coldest of days is our comfort. In the dark of night, the winds of change our night. Our freedom is unmatched and just we fight for freedom and justice. Rise, Queendom of Nyx. We rise, we march, we fight, we live. Rise, Queendom of Nyx. United we stand, divided we fall. In the darkest of nights, in the coldest of days, it's our comfort. In the dark of night, the winds of change our night. Our freedom is unmatched and just we fight for freedom and justice. Rise, Queendom of Nyx. We rise, we march, we fight, we live. In the dark of night, our freedom is unmatched and just we fight for freedom and justice.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Prime Minister Austin Nelson of the Queendom of Nyx. How are y'all doing today? I'm here to announce a great, important announcement for the Queendom. Some of you might be questioning my attire. Well, you've already seen me in this attire. I told you that this was one of our attires. This is part of the black and gold costume hat. This is actually a costume. This isn't the one I'm wearing. It is not. But this is the only hat that actually looks good, so the only guy. You may be wondering, the staff. The staff I actually got from a Native American powwow. All genuine, all real. Real fur, real wood, real deer antler, real feathers, all that good stuff. And I feel like it's appropriate to have, just to show off a little bit of the culture, maybe. I don't think we'll have a lot of Native American culture along with the Queendom of Nyx culture, but, you know, I think just to show off my gift from the Native Americans that I bought, of course. Not necessarily a gift, but I bought it from the Native Americans. Actually, in fact, we actually spoke with the head of the powwow of that day, and the Queen has made very good friends with her. So we got a lot of good benefits from it, and we actually participated in the powwow, so that was good. So, but that's not the announcement today. The announcement today is I'm going to tell you all what we've done and what we achieved, and why this would benefit the Queendom of Nyx. We just achieved not only helping one of our member states of the Nyxian Commonwealth, the United Phoenix Empire of Haskaria. This is a great monumentous achievement of helping other so-called micronations to become real-life independent sovereign nations, just like us. We plan to become real, okay? We plan to become genuine, okay? And we plan to become a community that makes the world a better place. And to do that is to not roleplay, to not cosplay, and no pretending. We plan on actually doing something real. And on top of that, not only that we helped Haskaria, the other biggest announcement is that we have made contact with the Empire of Stomaria. I have spoken with Emperor Andrew Stotts, and they have reached out to us. Okay, we commented on their YouTube, and they checked us out after commenting on their YouTube videos, and they have looked us up, and they deemed us similar to them. So, of course, we were very excited about it. The Queen's excited, I'm excited. And, yeah, we have made an official alliance with the Empire of Stomaria. I had a meeting with their Imperial Court, and their court has approved us of being an ally to the Empire. So I am glad to hear that we are an ally of the Empire of Stomaria. So what does this mean for the Queendom of Nyx? What does this mean for the Queendom of Nyx, you say? Well, not only a friendly relationship, okay, because unlike typical micronations, when we meet up and when we talk, we actually talk about real-world things, okay? What are we trading? How are we benefiting each other? And how are we going to change the world together? Those are the things we will all talk about in future days to come. So, how does this benefit? We talked about, the silver being the real money, right? Our currency, the drachma coins, are backed by silver, although they're made out of aluminum bronze. Stomaria has their own I don't remember if they go with the silver stater coins anymore, but they have another thing that they go with, but it's real money, real value. What else? Agriculture. All nations, every one of them, including the United States of America and the United Kingdom, all started off as agricultural nations, not industrial ones. So, as I advised to the Emperor of Haskaria, that and to advise to all micronations, do not think too big too early. That is my advice to everyone. That is what we did in the beginning, and that's how we got burned out. That's how we had mental health issues among the founders, and that is how we got to where we are today. And now, thanks to the Empire of Stomaria, as well as Haskaria, that the Queen of Nyx is now getting better from this. Okay, and not just us. Stomaria is getting better, and Haskaria is getting better. Therefore, we all win, and we all benefit from this momentous occasion. I am very excited to announce this. And yes, I am going to leaps and bounds to look like the Great Gatsby a little bit, but that's not the point. The point is that this is an achievement for the Queen of Nyx. This is a great achievement. The Queen is happy. I know she's not here on videos, okay? And I know she's not giving out speeches, okay? Here's the thing. She doesn't have to. She should, but she does not have to. She has her own life, okay? I live with them, so I know what her life is, okay? But every time the Queen of Nyx gets a monumentous achievement, she always makes a speech about it when she can to the Nyxian citizens. It may not be out to the world. That's my job for the time being. But she does make it clear to all the Nyxian citizens that what we've done is a great achievement. And we are happy to say that we are happy to be an ally of the Empire of Stomaria, and we are happy that we are helping other micronations that exist. We are not a micronation, mind you. I consider ourselves to be a microstate, which would be something similar to Luxembourg, Andorra, Monaco, Liechtenstein, etc. Okay? We don't consider ourselves a micronation. Okay? So you can, but we will not be offended if you do call us a micronation. However, we will probably correct you. We consider ourselves to be a microstate or simply a nation. So either way, that is what we are. So, with that said, we are happy to also say that we are happy that we helped the United Phoenix Empire of Haskaria. They had ups and downs, and after having 2 long interviews with the Emperor of Haskaria, I say we did a pretty good job giving them, as well as other micronations, the best advice we can on becoming a real, physical, living, functioning, and hope to be prospering real-life independent sovereign nations, and not just micronations going to a convention just to show off what you're wearing and what you have to show off. We don't only do talk to talk, we do walk the walk. We put in the effort and the work to become real-life nations. So I am glad that we have made an alliance with Haskaria, as well as making them a Nyxian Commonwealth member. That means they have recognized as Queen Breckenridge I as the head of the Nyxian Commonwealth, not Haskaria. They have chosen Tier 1 of the Nyxian Commonwealth tiers. That makes them a member state to the Nyxian Commonwealth. They still have autonomy and independence. The only thing they had to do was recognize Queen Breckenridge I as the head of the Commonwealth. That's it. Nothing else. Everything else, like nothing happened. So, yeah. So I'm glad to make this announcement to y'all. I hope you believe that this is informative and productive, and show off the Queen of Nyx flag a bit, because I can. Alright, I am very passionate about my nation, as should all of you should. But if you're going to become real, like us, Haskaria, and Stomaria, you have to put in the work and the effort and to show that you're actually committed and dedicated to your nation. If you need our help from the Queendom of Nyx, or looking up the videos of Stomaria and maybe some newer videos from Haskaria, if you need any of our advice or help on how to become a real-life independent sovereign nation, come to us. We will help you. We will talk to you. Okay? We're not going to be allies with you on day one. You have to actually earn that. Okay? Queendom of Nyx was like that. We were friendly to all. Everybody wanted to come in. And then later on, we started not becoming fans of mutual recognition. And then we started to see that mutual recognition no longer benefits us. You actually have to show how you will not only benefit us, but your own nation at the same time. So, with that said, thank you, Emperor Andrew Stotts of Stomaria, for declaring the Queendom of Nyx as an ally of Stomaria. We are honored for that monumentous occasion. To the Emperor of the United Phoenix Empire, we thank you for becoming a member state of the Nyxian Commonwealth officially, and for being our one of our closest allies as well, and for taking on the role of becoming a real-life independent sovereign nation. You may still call yourself a micronation, but you're working your way on becoming real like us, in your way. So, thank you all for having me here, listening, and I hope the announcement was exciting as it was for us, and I hope that you all will see that this will benefit us, and I hope you all will see that what we're doing is real, and what we're doing is serious, and what we're doing is trying to make a real-life independent sovereign nation. Okay? We're not here to do militant rebellions. We're here to show that we can rely on ourselves by starting a peaceful community with our own lives and without depending on the mother nation for everything. Okay? So there's some things we do depend on the mother nation on. I'm not saying go full independent. Full independence takes years to do. We're 8 years in. We're 8 years in, and we're still in the Jamestown phase of our nation. The Jamestown phase. We're still building the wall. We're still building the huts. Okay? We're still growing the crops. But have we made Plymouth yet? Have we made the great colony of Virginia yet? Are we in those phases? No, nowhere close. And the only way we get further is if you Nyxian citizens and supporters, or even members of the Nyxian Commonwealth, and allies as well, we help each other. Okay, I'm not saying help us every single day, but we help each other, and we push forward to becoming real, and we want the world to see that. We don't care for recognition. Okay? We don't care for recognition. But if we do want recognition, here's how we do it. By showing that we earned it. And to do that, in the words of Joseph Ernest Renan, has nothing to do with other nations recognizing you. It's the inhabitants that need to believe in the nation that you're making. The inhabitants. That is in the words of What is a Nation by Joseph Ernest Renan. French philosopher, late 1800s. Okay? That is the philosophy we follow on What is a Nation. Not the Montevideo Convention or the United Nations. We follow Joseph Ernest Renan's philosophy on What is a Nation. So, for us to become real nations, it must be reliant on the inhabitants and how committed and dedicated they are, and how much faith they have in it. Alright? So, once again, thank you all for having me today. And I will see you all very soon. Ave Rex, Vivat Regum. United, we stand, but divided we fall. I think I prefer to stand than to fall. Don't you agree? Have a good day, ladies and gentlemen.
In the darkest of nights, in the coldest of days, is someone come forth. In the dark of night, the winds of change of night. Our freedom is a national just we fight for freedom and justice. darkest of nights, in the coldest of days, it's our comfort. In the dark of night, the winds of change are night. Our freedom is a match and just